present a little bit better. But we could all offer to get downstairs and move that.
Offer? I dropped my right in the middle of the yard.
I know, that's
I don't say
it.
it.
We all offer.
I want to stick and have one dropped off there by mistake. Oh, good evening, but I just got some stuff I got to throw away, so.
Can we get a change to 143?
We'll get there.
It's okay.
I'm sorry you guys will look at it.
I just realized they
No,
didn't grab
it's
my
not for the
references.
rats. You know what I'm saying, too? It's not.
No,
That's the thing, I wish all the firm would
Oh, mine would.
Mm.
If you can understand something. Oh, God. I saw a squirrel, they go over there.
we put in.
They took it all. And then I, oh, what are the rats over there?
All right.
I have a video camera now, it's literally just on the internet. Because I have to spend, just to spend the $7,500 for this whole thing. And eat it out.
Oh, so the house I did that.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to keep away, Jim.
Oh.
Right?
Heard it before, yeah. We literally went to go turn it on. It was like, no, thank you.
But I'm glad we put that central AC in here.
Okay, the time is now 7 o'clock. I'd like to call this Town of Plainfield Board of Selectmen meeting to order for August 25th and ask you please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and roll call. All right, Kevin Cunningham.
Thank you, board.
Item C, approval of meeting minutes from the 8/11 meeting.
Make a motion to approve meeting minutes for 8/11/25.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Item D, public comment. Anybody here from the public wish to speak this evening? A couple.
Oh,
Tom Sinkwitz, Reverend Ave, Plainfield Village. Just wanted to say I'm glad to see that the discussion of the ECC building is on the agenda. I do think that we need to be moving forward with the repurposing of the building. And I think that it's good that we're going to have an informational meeting to hear obviously the pros and cons to both possible sale, but also repurposing of the building as there could be use for it in the town. So hopefully, I'm hoping that we'll hear both sides, both perspectives at an upcoming informational meeting. And then at the end of the day, it's up to the townspeople, of course, to decide what the future use of their town asset is, whether it should be sold or repurposed here in the town. So personally, I believe there could be definitely some reuse of that building for a number of different agencies. I know there's a lot of ideas that have been floating around in talking to Ruth Bergeron in recent times. She speaks to a lot of people as our municipal historian, and it's been amazing the number of phone calls and emails that she's got as far as some ideas. So I'm hoping that people would show up to an informational meeting. I'm hoping that they would bring their opinion to the table and something that the Board of Selectmen as a whole could listen to and consider. So, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? I know we have a hand up.
Good evening, Lauren Gropey. I'm just wanted to bring up Ordinance 143, the new ordinance about hawking, peddling, and vending. I was concerned that there was no provision for the certificate of insurance in the revised ordinance, so I would like to still place that concern on file. The other thing that I would like to advocate is support for a dual meeting for the informational and town vote in one evening once the ordinance is in its final form. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Naomi Smith, Plainfield. My question is on the two items, the action items on the agenda for not only the ECC building. Now, is this going to also be going in front of the Board of Finance for approval if there's a vote to move to sell the building? And then to a public hearing and charter, town meeting?
I believe in the town charter states for the sale of a building, you don't go in front of the Board of Finance. If you're buying something, that's when you go in front of the Board of Finance.
Okay, I'm gonna double check it. The other thing is on the ramp, if there's overtures, is that going to the Board of Finance? for approval?
We have up to an additional $50,000, which you had in the plan. So at this point, we'll wait to see what we get for monies. Anything over that would require.
And also, is at any point this project gonna be brought in front of planning and zoning? Because I didn't find anything where it was originally brought in front of P and Z, the project.
That was up
I
to-
could be wrong,
Could be
So-
Ryan talking about the plan before, but I'll check with him.
and that's it, that's all.
Right.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
I just have a question. Of course, on 143, the ordinance. Can you explain to me what upon any public highway means? Like no, it's the license required. It says no person shall engage in hawking, peddling, soliciting, or vending of any sort in and upon any public highway or from house to house. What does upon any public highway mean?
Would you mind just repeating your name for her?
Linda Kerr. Thank you. I'm sorry.
That was something I was discussing with the chief. I wanted to get more input from him on that. There's some other things we'll get to, but definitely some more need to, in my opinion, to talk about this, so. Anybody else?
I have a question just because of what she just read, for clarity. That doesn't mean that we can't have little Girl Scouts and kids coming to our doors.
You'll need to read the entire package.
Yes.
I didn't know that it was available. That's why the question is, that's why I was asking. I said I didn't have an opportunity just on what I heard.
Yep.
I was honest.
And for the record, just to get your name, you got your name already?
Mary Landry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Just want to make sure you give your name for the record.
Robert Smith, I think in the town charter, it's under 2-5C, I think. Upon recommendation from the Board of Selectmen and approval by the Board of Finance, any sale, purchase, or interest in.
True. Okay, anybody else? Okay, with that, we'll go into new business, item number 1. I'm sorry, so we'll go right into old business, sorry. E1, the 3 proposed ordinances as second readings, 143, 144, 145. I can tell you that I'm still waiting to hear back from the chief on a question I had concerning something, didn't get an answer back, so I don't think we can really go forward with that ordinance to say move it to a town informational meeting anyway. On 143 and, I'm sorry, 144 and 145, I think are okay. I've looked at them all.
I think there's pros and cons to all of them. I have no problem, except that this is still a draft, okay? When we have a reading should be read out to the public so that they know what the final reading is gonna look like, and it shouldn't say draft over it. This can change at any time, so how are we having a reading on it? If it's gonna change or we're not sure, and it says draft on the papers.
Well, it's draft because we haven't completed moving forward on it yet, that's all.
Okay, then we can't have a reading on it if it's in draft form. These guys need to know what the final form's gonna be, what the final wording in the paperwork's gonna say, without the words draft written upon it, so that we know that this is what we're proposing. This is how we're gonna do it. This is what we think this should say, okay? We haven't done that at any meeting yet.
Now, my definition of second reading, this is the Board of Selectmen meeting, and therefore the Board of Selectmen should be doing the readings and bringing issues up before we bring it up to the public. So in other words, I would like to post all 3 of these when we're ready to go up online and then call for a public hearing.
Why can't we have something that's not a draft read at a meeting like this?
Because it is a draft.
I know it's a draft, so how are we even talking about it if we're not sure what the exact wording of it's gonna be?
Because this is the business of the Board of Selectmen to sit down and go over what we need to change before we bring it to the public.
I still think we should read it out loud.
We can't do this in private.
No, I'm not
We-
asking us to.
Right.
I'm not ever gonna ask us to do that.
But if we read it to them and then we change it, we have to read it again, change it and read it again.
Until we get what we wanna do.
I think, is the draft available
I've given drafts out to the public already, upon request.
so they can look at it and suggest changes like they did.
I think it should be read at a meeting before it goes to public hearing.
You want to read out loud all three of these first?
I want to read them if we're going to change the ordinance, just like we've done in the
And
past.
we've done that in the past by going to a public informational meeting to distribute and read those at that time.
I just think we should read it, but that's up to you. I think it should, any ordinances changed should be read out loud at this meeting so that, and the public has copies, they can get copies, obviously, because they have them. But it says draft. So at any point, this could change.
I would say that by doing that, again, what Art was mentioning, you're gonna continue reading it again and again and again. I don't think that brings value to what the meeting discussion is about.
I think it should be out of draft form before we read it to the public and make it available.
Well, then it's not in draft form, then it's
It's complete.
complete.
That's it.
We're not complete yet.
I get that. But it's not been read yet either.
We explained, this is for our reading. We're the Board of Selectmen. It's not for public reading yet.
We've given it to the public has it.
They've asked for they asked to have a copy of it for their input. In any event, I don't see us moving on 143 at all because we still don't have the detailed information back from the chief. What's your thought on 144?
I think the one from the fire chief on the overburn ordinance is
Mhm.
fine. Just, like I said, it says draft.
All right, anything on 144?
No, I'm good.
How about 145? Right to farm.
I have no problem with 145 either, other than the word draft.
Right.
I'll repeat what I said last time, though. I still think it should go before E-code, have them look at them.
Yep.
Because,
Well,
you know,
I can do that on the other two now, but I think we still have to work on 143.
yeah, in light of what we just heard too. you know.
Yep. I would ask we take no action at this time.
I'll make that motion.
Yep.
I'll second.
It's good notes.
Okay, and Art second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Hopefully we can get an answer back and have some resolution at the next meeting. New business, item 1, consider an act on tax refunds as requested by the tax collector totaling $648.49. Javen Rojas, 1301, Edwin Como Jr., 1527, Robert Johnson Jr., 1025, Diana Dalton, 1284, Nathan Rondu, 1723, Charles Allen, 4328, Joe LaBelle, 2150, Jennifer Surratt, $10.53, Susan Rogers, 143.11, and Gary Gobbin, 321.47. Grand total $648.49.
I make a motion to approve the tax refunds in the amount of $648.49.
I'll second it.
In favor?
Aye.
Item 2, discuss and act on setting a public informational meeting on the continuation of the current lease with Crown Castle. The information we have been talking about before with the cell tower, current company is Crown Castle. They heard that we were talking with another company about what they may do with a lease. They came back and said we can make modifications and also increase what we have. So I'd like to be able to share that public informational meeting with this information we got from Crown Castle and look to do that on, because it's a public informational meeting only. Looking at the calendar, looking for possibility of Thursday, September 4th at your pleasure time, 6:30 or 7, but I think that would be a good start.
I want you to have the public meeting, informational meeting. Does the lease go forward, or?
We'd actually have a public informational meeting, they present what they'd like to do, and
Yep.
then after that, we set a meeting to actually vote on it.
For us or for the public?
Public.
Okay. What am I asking? What if the public comes up with wanting to make changes to it?
That would be at the informational meeting, they could go back and forth with the company.
Because I think the lease should be shorter.
And again, it's probably has to go through Board of Finance
Mhm.
at least.
Yep.
Yep, anything with a little.
I'll make a motion to set the public informational meeting on the continuation of current lease of the Crown Castle for September 25 at 7,
September 4th.
for September 25,
You want this
September 4th for the public informational meeting.
at
Yes,
7 PM.
for the, it's September 4th, correct?
Yep.
Okay. At
Se-
7 p.m.?
I do it military. I'm
Okay, sorry.
Motion's been made, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 We would hold that here at the town hall.
Wait a second. We're gonna have the ramp next week?
We believe that let's see,
Because we're not gonna fit in this room.
keep on asking and keep on getting nothing back, but it might be. You want to clarify, make it, modify the motion to the 11th?
Then we're definite?
We were told by no matter what, the 8th was the last day.
I'll amend my motion to have the informational meeting on the 11th of September, 2025 at 7 PM.
I'll
Here
second.
here at Town Hall.
Motion modification's been made. A second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Alright. Next one up is the request for public informational meeting for, what we'd like to be able to present to the public for presentation from two different companies, and we'll talk about what, other uses for the building, but the ECC building. We've had a realtor who's been putting it out there. There are two companies who have put forth their bid and what they'd like to do. I asked them for a copy of the bio themselves, where their financing comes from, an overview of their past projects, and conceptual plans on what they want to do with the building. So at that informational meeting, we can talk about definitely three things. Two being the two companies would come forward to the public and share with them all of that information. And the third thing we can talk about is the actual repurposing of the building if that's so needed by the public.
So all of this is what, that I just got 10 minutes ago, is what, is about the ECC.
No, that big packet you had?
It's about intro? Okay, I haven't had a chance to go through it because I just got it, so I'm asking.
No. That packet that you have in hand is for something we'd like to request and add on to the agenda for items 5 and 6. That would be item number 5. What you have is a bio that I gave you from another company. I think that's it right there. That was the second company.
Again, just got it.
It seems they're both local
Yes.
fitters. Fairly local.
Just to make sure we do this, I would say that the informational meeting, that public meeting would also be pushed out a little bit, so maybe the 24th, Wednesday the 24th.
I that meeting, you're gonna talk about, the possible repurposing, or is that?
All three,
All three?
the two individual groups that want to make a purchase and make something into the building, and also repurpose.
This is gonna go out to the public?
That's why it's a public
I
information
know,
meeting, yes.
no, I know,
Yes.
but will it be online before the meeting and they walk in the door? That was what I'm
What will
asking.
be online, what?
Will they be able to access what the
Yes.
proposals are?
Yes,
Okay, where will that be found?
on the town website.
Okay, just making sure. Because we've had a lot of people talking that don't like it when they walk through the door and they can't get the stuff beforehand, so that they can look it over.
At this time, you want to entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion to set a public informational meeting for the possible sale of the ECC building for 24 September 25 at 7 PM here at Town Hall.
24th.
24 September.
Oh, you did it again, didn't you?
There she goes again.
September
I swear,
24th,
right?
2025. Yep,
September 24th, 2025
thank you. Sorry.
at 7 PM.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item number 4 was discussion on a change order for the front ramp. I have not received a change order. So I will reach out to the company tomorrow and just say, this is the format that I want a change order in. Please present that to the town so we can actually get going on it. So we can take no action on this right now because it was just discussion. I would also entertain at this time to add, by way of motions, add item number 5 to the agenda. Motion to add item 5 to the agenda for Board of Selectmen. Discuss and act on the qualifications of the bid proposals for the former Inter-Oil Mill targeted bid.
I'll make that motion.
No, I can't,
I'll second.
yeah, that's good. Just- I'm
All in
saying
favor,
no.
say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose or abstain?
Opposed.
Okay, the motion passes. The second one is to add item number 6 to the agenda. That is to discuss and act on awarding state approval bid for the purchase of the chipper shredder as approved in the capital plan.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose?
Opposed because I just got it.
That motion passes.
Can I add something to the agenda as well? Number 7? Discussion on the RFP for the audit of the police that is out there?
We're actually going to be doing that under other. That's
Is
all
that
right,
other?
yeah?
Okay, well, it's not on here, so I want to make sure.
Okay. All right, so item number 5 is unfortunately that large packet that I just got today. What you see is a description of what happened. I'll give you the overview of it. So the Inter-Royal Mill was a targeted cleanup bid that we applied for and received. It is for the cleanup that was closed on March 24th. However, the town was allowed, at time bond, to modify the project with the scope within the grant budget. I was just presented this today. It's the DEC, DECHRO had to approve the vendor. So officially, they've already been able to start the work on the project. We're just awarding the bid to the developer. As you can see, this is from our economic development persons. She put it all together. It is for sealed bids, and they are requesting that we award the bid to Best Tech based on the revised submissions and evaluation. Page 2 is where all the bids are listed at the top. So
The bid's the bottom total.
Yep.
Updated total.
Yep.
I only have one question about this. They were asked to remove item 7, the large debris.
Yeah.
That's gonna be done at a later,
For a later date.
some other form or?
Yep, when we go in towards the other two, we already have a SIP grant up for the cleanup. And the other one was for the brownfield, which we anticipate getting as well.
Okay.
So that's what we'll use it for that.
I was a little disappointed there wasn't enough to do the whole thing.
Yeah, that's a lot of cleanup back there.
Yeah, gas check, $115,800.
Where we got totaling was it 494? No, 115.
115,800, yeah.
15,800. I will second that. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I'll abstain simply because I haven't had time to read it or look at it. I'm not opposed to it, I just don't know anything about it. I mean, other than what we've discussed previously, and that's a lot of paper.
Item number 6 was for the award, the state approval bid for the purchase of the chipper shredder that was voted on by the town in the capital plan. It was voted up to $90,000. Our highway department went out and this is the one that they would like to purchase. Really what it has to do is comes down to the Board of Selectmen also approving this one purchase for the town of Plainfield Highway Department. I think the number you see is on the back page, $83,405.60 to be purchased from Bobcat of Connecticut.
I make a motion to approve the purchase of a chipper shredder as approved in the capital plan to Bobcat, Connecticut, for $83,405.60.
I'll second that. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed or abstained?
I'll abstain because I just got that as well.
All right, under other, you wanted to bring up other?
Yes, under other, I'd like to talk about the RFP that's running around town for a audit of our police department. Why just the police department? Why not the whole town?
We had discussions with the Plainfield Police Department about their payroll, and they wanted to work on getting a complete audit of that.
Right, and the RFP just goes for more than just the audit of their payroll
Payroll
system.
department, which
Everything.
also includes anything for going out to bid,
Mhm.
which also includes the, trying to think of the asset forfeiture. So those are the things that we included in the audit, get it all done in one shot.
Why aren't we doing that for the whole town?
Cost for the audit for the entire town, well, we've had the issues obviously that were brought up about the payroll, so that was the issue that we were trying to do for the RFP. But we have a regular audit everywhere else, it doesn't seem to have an issue with any other payroll or any other department, so it was just focused on police.
I think if we're gonna do it for the police, we should do it for the whole town at one time, because their payroll comes through us. Everything they do comes through us. Everything that we okay comes through us, comes through the town. Am I wrong?
No. But, again, this is an issue we've been having with payroll for the police, so they wanted to do an audit.
The police wanted to have an audit?
Police agreed to doing an
I'm
audit.
not saying they, I know they, I'm just
Meeting
saying.
with them the other evening or
Yep.
afternoon, they said it was appropriate, and they said it was okay.
I still think we should do it for the whole town and not just the police department. My opinion. If we're gonna do it for one department, we should do the whole thing. And the RFP's supposed to be back by September 2nd.
People are calling in right now about it, so.
Mm-hmm.
That's the RFP, then they start doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Anything else?
Nope, that next discussion would be to be the whole town.
Anything else for other? I don't have anything at this time. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Got a motion?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
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 7:27, and to help you with all those.
Thank you.
You want me to just?